rate them. Okay, that is the
Okay.
reason I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Mm.
Understood?
Yeah.
Let us start with modules today. Okay, it will also give you an idea of how the modules work. So see,
Okay.
basically we will look at modules according to the topics that we have. Okay.
Mm.
For example, first today we'll go through reading, and if we get done with reading, then we'll move to writing today. Okay, writing module.
Okay.
Now for these modules, I'll be sharing handouts with you. Same thing that you can see on the screen, I will be sharing a PDF for it also. Why PDF? Because it becomes better for you to navigate whenever there are writing passages, whenever there are bigger questions, it becomes better. Okay.
Mm.
On the screen you can see limited, correct? That is the
Okay.
reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. So that is the reason I also send the handout to you. And whenever there is a listening task, you will also get the audio for it. Okay, so just let me share the handout for this. Just give me 1 second. Okay, now as we look at these modules one by one, or lessons, you can call them anything you want, we will also be looking at different topics. For example, in this reading module we go through history. Okay, so you get familiar with what kind of passages will come. Okay, what kind of topics will come, some of the
Okay.
wordings that you might come across, correct? Say if the
Mm.
passage is talking about your ancient civilization, then you know which of the ancient civilizations are there. Of course we have learned this in school, but आता आपल्याला लक्षात नाही राहत एवढं सगळं. We have learned it
Mm-hmm.
very long back, correct? So when you
Right.
come across such kind of passages, you face an issue की okay, civilization काय होतं, ancient काय होतं. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it does not click, and of course when you are in the test center you are under that pressure also, correct? So because of
Yeah.
that pressure also we can't think straight sometimes. So when you have looked at these topics in these modules, it becomes better for you in the test. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm. That is something I would say. So as I said, today's topic that we are going to start off with is history, where we look at ancient civilizations which are there. Okay. Now
Mm.
first over here mainly we are going to understand how to skim for main ideas, and then how to scan for specific information. That's what we are going to
Okay.
learn in today's passage or today's module, and we are also going to do some vocabulary questions along with that. Okay.
Okay.
Now over here, first part that we have is there are some pictures given on the left and the clues to it given on the right. You have to match
Mm-hmm.
them quickly.
Okay. Okay. The first one is
Mm-hmm.
the A, the Sphinx, ancient Egypt.
Correct.
Then for second,
Ancient Egypt.
it's
Ancient. This pronunciation is
ancient.
ancient.
Okay. Yeah.
Ancient.
Ancient.
Hmm.
Hmm. Second one is the Acropolis, ancient Greece.
Mm-hmm.
Then third is the Great Wall of China, and fourth one is Hampi Village.
Correct. Very good. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
what do you know about these places and their civilizations?
Mm,
Whatever you know.
okay, so I have some idea about that Great Wall of China. So this can be visible
It
from
can be
the,
visible.
yeah, it can be visible from the space. So space from spaceships, I can say, because there are
Mm-hmm.
many pictures which are captured and shown, and
Mm-hmm.
we have also like as per history, it has been shown like there were many what I can say, just not getting the proper word. Many generations, many king generations have worked on that. So like they have developed eventually, like one king has worked on some part, then another, and then another. So that way it has been developed.
Mm-hmm.
And talking about the Hampi village, so um, it represents some it has some relation with sun. And in India basically it has been stamped on the like currency as well. So that's what I know about it, nothing
Mm-hmm.
else. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to Google about the other civilizations quickly?
Yeah,
Just to
sure,
get to
I'll.
know a bit about them. You don't need to
Yeah.
go in depth, just
Yeah.
to be familiar with the topics.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, temple dedicated to the goddess Athena.
Acropolis.
Hmm. Representing Western civilization. Okay. Sphinx.
Excuse me, sorry.
Hmm. Sphinx. Merciless creature known for posing riddles and delivering those. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now, what do you what do the pictures tell us about why these civilizations were considered great?
Mm, okay. Why the civilizations were considered great? Yeah, I can tell about that Great Wall of China, since it's something that's human made. So, and it's really huge, I can say. So that's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Another is the Sphinx, like I just read about. It's kind of an the way that structure is, like it has woman's head, lion's body, and bird's wings, and it um, you know it, and that they mentioned that it terrorized the city by posing riddles to travelers, and then devouring those who are not answering properly, kind of. So that was another.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second, third. What's that? What was that symbol? Mm,
This one,
yeah.
the Sphinx. Are you talking about the Sphinx?
Yeah. First, I talked about the Sphinx, like
Mm-hmm.
that structure about that and why it was famous. Then it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's that um, the Acropolis, and last that Hampi village. Mm, I don't know. It has a representation of sun. It is represented with sun, so I might need to read more about it.
No problem.
It's also part of UNESCO World Heritage Site, so that I'm aware of.
Okay. Anything to add? Anything
Mm,
more
no.
to add? Okay. Next question. According to me, for answer for second question, there is no right answer or wrong answer over
Okay.
here. But according to me, I consider these civilizations great because if we look at these civilizations, I did arts, right? I had it in history, and now
Mm-hmm.
also when we look at various things, when I was preparing for UPSC, MPSC, we had to go through
Mm-hmm.
ancient civilizations again because
Mm-hmm.
you get a lot of questions from them also. So if you look
Yeah.
at these civilizations, they were like they happened like they existed very long time back, but they
Mm-hmm.
had proper systems, and such kind of systems, if you ask me, we still don't have. For example, if you look at Indus Valley civilization, they had a proper drainage system which they followed. They had proper bath places, they had proper storerooms, okay, and some of these even exist today, like they have been found, they have been excavated by the archaeologists.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like that is the reason these civilizations were great. They had a proper system. They some of the civilizations did not believe in gods as such. The things which existed at that time, we still can see them, like the structures, the
Mm-hmm.
things that they were using, they were so good, or they were so developed nicely that we could they still exist nowadays. When you make something, it breaks
Mm.
easily, correct? Even
Yeah.
like if we take an example of a road,
Yeah.
if that road goes on properly for 1 month also, if it functions properly for even 1 month, it's a great thing, it's considered a great
Mm.
thing, correct? But these people made few things which was like very long time back, but these monuments, most of these monuments,
Mm.
these are 2000 years, 3000 years old, most of them, and they
Mm.
still are not impacted by any kind of natural calamities or
Mm.
all the other factors that we have, correct? So that's why according to me these are like great civilizations. Some of the structures are also very very great. I have been to Acropolis is really nice, and all the places in Greece are very very nice, and they have been maintained properly over there.
Mhm.
In India, of course, unfortunately we don't maintain, that's another thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the reason I would consider them great, I would say. Now,
Okay.
which place do you want to visit the most, and why? Out of these four, which place do you want to visit the most, and why?
Okay. Mm, maybe I want to visit. Okay, I want to visit. Out of these four, I want to visit the great. I would like to visit the great place, which is Great Wall of China. So basically, that's an uh, many many generations have worked on building that, and that's something a really huge. What we can say. Uh, and that's really huge. So I just want to see, like, I mean, how it looks, how it has been built, and um, yeah, that's the reason.
Okay, great. For me, I would say it would be
Okay,
Hampi
yeah,
village. That has been on my list for a very long time now, almost five
okay.
years. Okay, moving to the next part. Here you have a short passage which has been given. Okay, just read through this passage quickly and try to answer the questions which have been given above. You can write the answers to the questions. Okay.
Okay. So I have to write the answers for these questions,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, very short answers. Just
Okay,
one
yeah.
liner.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm done. I'm sharing
Done?
the answers. Okay.
Okay. You can just tell me the answer for now. That is fine.
Okay.
Yeah. What
So the answer,
factors always guided people's movements since early civilizations?
yeah, so the factors that guided people's movement since early civilizations are bad weather conditions and then a need of water, food and water sources.
Very good. And are there any areas in your country that had early civilizations?
There are many, but one I can think of is many people moved near the range of Sayadri
Mm-hmm.
as there are enough food and water sources available and where weather conditions are were also good
Mm-hmm.
and currently are good. So yeah, I can give that
Okay.
example.
Very good. Okay, moving to the next part over here, we have a quick vocabulary exercise over here. If you can see the bold words which are given, okay, just read the
Mhm.
sentences and try to guess the meaning of the words. Now, most of the words which have been used over here are easy, which we use on everyday basis. So just read
Okay.
through them quickly. Done?
Yeah. Um,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'm just still thinking for community.
Okay.
Mm, yeah.
Community is basically a group of people coming
Yeah,
together with
yeah,
similar
right.
mindset, we could say.
But
If we
okay,
just say it briefly, of course that's not the
okay.
actual definition of it, but yeah, if we try to put it in words.
So we can say it's something like a group will also
Yeah,
suffice, right? Yeah,
a
okay.
group but with similar mindset, okay, or
Mm,
belonging to
mm.
similar ethnicity sometimes. Now, Just quickly try to use them in a sentence.
Okay, so I have to. Acha, okay.
The same words which you came across earlier. Do you know the meaning of emerge?
Yeah, evolved kind of.
No,
Uh,
no. Emerge would be something ki to
introduced kind of.
to come
Okay,
forward, we can say.
okay, yeah. So for first, I think it goes. She has good authority over the class.
Correct.
Mission traditional. Still largely based on traditional practices. Okay, so here I think traditional practices. So that agriculture fits in here. It's still largely based
Correct.
on the traditional practices. Yeah,
Correct.
she's well known in the local community.
Yes, correct.
This fact will eventually emerge.
Correct.
I will spend a week visiting the wonders of the ancient Greek civilization is only remaining. So
Yes, correct.
yeah, this summer.
Yeah. Okay, next over here, see, we are going to understand how to understand our main idea in the passage and how to understand the supporting details. Now, what do we mean by main idea? Main idea is the general idea or the main point of that paragraph and that overall passage that we are reading. Okay,
Okay.
now see, there will be one main idea in the whole passage, and then there will be one main idea which has been put forward in each paragraph also of that passage. Okay,
Okay.
you will usually find the main idea in the title itself or the heading itself. Okay, when you are reading the whole passage, and most of the times you have the heading given over there. And when you are trying to read the paragraph, your
Hmm.
beginning sentence, the first sentence of your paragraph and the last sentence of your paragraph will tell you the main idea.
Okay.
Okay, so when you start reading, when I have told you
Hmm.
that you have to give it that first read when you start with your reading
Hmm.
section,
Hmm.
that's what you have to read mainly. You will look at the title, you will look at the first line of the passage and the last line of the passage, then you will look at the first line of each of the paragraph and the last line of each of the paragraph. Okay,
Okay.
now this should tell you what the passage is about and where what
Hmm.
details have been put forward. Okay,
Okay.
and in those paragraphs you will have your supporting details. Okay, you will have detailed information. You will
Hmm.
be giving they will be giving examples to you on what they are trying to elaborate. So your
Okay.
supporting details will always be in the paragraphs, between the paragraphs.
Right.
Okay, so that's how you will read. Now another thing that you have to understand, how to skim and how to scan. See, reading, what reading is supposed to be, the word reading that we refer is very generic, but when we say reading as a skill, it is supposed to be reading to learn something or reading to
Mm.
understand something and analyze and absorb it. Okay,
Yeah.
but when we are giving these kind of tests, we don't need to read and absorb and remember whatever we are learning over here. Correct, we just
Okay.
need to read it to answer the questions. Correct,
Yeah.
we do
Mm.
reading when we read our subject specific textbooks, or when we read some kind of novels which we enjoy. That's when we do reading, but with that, even then we don't read. Like when we read novels, we don't read it to remember and learn it as such. Correct,
Mm.
but when we read textbooks, we need to remember and learn it. So
Right.
that's why reading is a bit different as a skill when we look at it.
Mm.
But in these tests, we will just skim and scan through the passages or the paragraphs over here.
Yeah.
Okay, now skimming means reading quickly. Okay, just going through it
Mm.
वरच्यावरती आपण म्हणतो ना.
Yeah.
So that is what skimming is supposed to be. It is to find the general idea or the main idea of the passage. It helps you to understand the text better and answer the question properly. When you're doing
Mm.
skimming, you do not read every word, you just look at the keywords. Okay, you look
Yeah.
at the title and the heading of the passage, you look at bold words, the italic words, the underlined words.
Mm.
Okay, you look at the first line of the paragraph, you look at the last line of the paragraph, and you look at the first line of the passage and the last line of the passage, and you will also look at the first paragraph and the last paragraph of the passage.
Yeah.
These become the main thing when you are looking at the skimming part. Now, when do you do scanning? Scanning is when you're looking for specific information with some keywords. Okay, so
Okay.
for example, when I asked you about which civilization is your favorite, so you look for words
Mm.
as such as okay, Greek civilization, ancient civilization, all these words you will try to look at in your paragraph. Correct.
Mm.
So
Mm.
your questions, when they ask you some kind of specific information with the keywords, that's when you will scan through the paragraph. Okay, if it's a proper noun, I already told you they always start with a capital letter. For example, when I say Greek civilization, you will find G in capital letter. Correct. So
Yeah.
you will look for capital letters if you're looking
Okay.
for a
Yeah.
place or a
Mm-hmm.
name. Okay, you look for numbers if you're looking for some kind of a date, some kind of a time, some kind of a
Mm-hmm.
duration. You look for keywords in comprehension question. Okay, so when you are
Mm.
doing example questions also, you looked for keywords, correct, which the question is trying to put forward. You search for it or word with a similar meaning. Now when you look at adjectives, when you look at nouns sometimes, and when you look at verbs, they won't be given as it is. We know that they will be paraphrased. Correct,
Mm.
there will be synonyms, so we'll look for synonyms and we'll look for antonyms also. That's what we need to keep in mind when we do scanning. We only do it when we are looking for specific information, remember that. But first reading that you will do will be skimming. Okay,
Yeah.
you will just skim through the passage, you will not read as such. Clear?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now we'll stop over here. Now for homework, you will go through this reading passage which has been given in your handout. Okay, you will go
Okay.
through this passage, you will read through this passage, you will skim
Mm-hmm.
and scan through it, and you will try to answer the comprehension questions which have been attached.
Okay.
Okay, and
Yeah.
you will share the answers with me. Yeah,
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
and
I'll
then
do.
you have some more questions for skimming and scanning. Just try to do it on your own, it's very easy. If you don't understand anything, we can discuss it tomorrow then. Yeah, or you could
Okay.
just
Sure.
message me.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, any question, any doubt, anything that you did not understand?
No. All good.
All good. Okay,
Yeah.
practice well. Make sure you give the task on test ready
Mm.
also.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, chalo, I'll see you
Okay.
tomorrow then.
Yes. Thank you.
No
Bye. Have
problem.
a good
Bye
day.
bye. You also have a great day. Bye.
Bye.